Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard time, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard time, you and I can weather any storm. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard time, you and I can weather any storm.
Hello everyone and welcome to my first live stream of this year, the 2022 year. Hopefully it will be better than last year. I really hope so. I think it's not really starting well, like COVID pandemic point of view, but I still have hope for this summer. So let's cross our finger. Hi Ravashine and hi Raquel and Sunny Sims, hello. And hello Mia, hello Gloria. Hi Faded Gaze. It's not my birthday yet, it will be at midnight. So here in France it's 10 p.m. So midnight it's in 2 hours. So you can keep your wishes for next in 2 hours. Hi Ristic Gamers and hi Simerica and hi Ristids. I'm super happy to be here today. I have been wondering what we could do because I have this a new one, secret project for TSR, which I'm not allowed to talk about. So we will do something and you will have no idea why. You will discover this at the end of the month, I think. my birthday set is also finished, but we are encountering some issue with Ravashing because, as I said in my previous live stream, she helped me making my my cake edible, also compatible with one of her new modes, which is really awesome. But we are encountering some issues, so I'm not sure. I will release it tomorrow, at least the decor version of the cake. And if it's still not working tomorrow, I'll probably make an update later when it will be ready later on. Hope you're having a great beginning of 2022. Yes, I am. Thank you for being here. And yes, for me, the beginning of 2022 is really nice for now. So let's hope it continues. I don't know. Should I show you my birthday set right now, or should I wait until my birthday in 2 hours? What do you think, you guys? Wait. Okay, we wait. Let me find what is. Okay, I will show something there, just for Ravashing to see. So this is my ID. I don't know why it's not showing. I don't know if you're hearing me Ravashing, but my ID is Syboulette. I don't know why it's not showing. I'm still debating with her. I'm sorry, guys. So we wait. So you won't see a thing. Hi, I don't speak English. I don't understand what you say, but I really want to thank you for all the beautiful content that you share with the Sims community, and I wish you the birthday tomorrow as a very happy one. Thank you very much, Laila. Thank you very much. It's really super nice of you to come, even if you don't speak English. That's fine. Thank you. All right, so no Sims today. Oh, not today. Like on the 4th, it will be on the 5th when I will show you my birthday set that I made for you, and we did the balloon on the last live stream. So today, maybe I shouldn't have closed that quickly because there was something I wanted to check before starting. So hi Starsta. I think Kobe made edible CC food recently for the advent calendar. I don't know how friendly they are, but you might be able to contact them for help with the issues. I might, but I'm not sure if she's very. I'm not sure. Maybe I should try. Since the problem where she was called out for, stealing stuff. I'm not sure she's very friendly with people. And yeah, my accent is, yes, it's French. Sorry about that. So, about our little project. We are going to do a fishbowl. So the functional one, not the aquarium one that we made, that I made. We are a team, right? So that we made last year. It will more be, so I changed the name, it won't be like that. I think it will be like World Green. I don't know. Maybe I will change again. That's not the one. Something like this. So I want to make, but this is too complicated, and because it's for Tessa, I have to keep it under 2K poly. So definitely not that much detail. But I also like that kind of stuff. So I was thinking maybe doing a mix between the two. meaning I will keep like the round, completely round glass bowl with the fish in it, and I will make around kind of these astrolabes shapes, even if obviously everything that is circle in the game is like polycount while very heavy. So we have to see how much we can actually put in it, so it's not too, like dainty. You're not distracting me, Ravashin. You definitely saving me with this edible cake. So any help you ask, and I will like make pause in the stream and answer your question, especially if I can answer. Yeah, so I'm gonna send you my cake box. Don't look, people. That's secret. Fortunately, I have this second screen, so cake box. There you go. Have you ever seen the Globe Bar? I'm not sure I have. I think it's it might be DLC relevant. Maybe not. Okay, well, I'm going to launch the game again because I want to see how big the fishbowl needs to be. Because the thing that I can do usually with TSR is like it's 2k polygon per tile. So if I make it big enough, maybe I can make it 2 tiles, so then we allow to have more polygons. So that could be, something we can do. That reminds me of another escape room game that's really popular, super cool. Hey. Blows my mind that you're going to make that, Steve. It's not that difficult, especially we put more. The most difficult part of this is making it low poly. It is good. There's been slow in other part of the world. Winter is full swing. Yeah, it's warm again here. I'm happy. My boyfriend isn't because he wants to go skiing, so he needs snow. It's going to sound weird, but I already miss these streams as they bring peace to my Tuesday afternoons. I learn new things, and it's always a pleasure to hear your accent and the music you put on the scene. Oh, also tell me if the music is too loud, because I have a new headset, so now the sound is on the headset, so I don't hear a thing, and I never know if the sound is too loud, so please let me know. We broke an all-time record of being the first not snowing for as long as it went. It didn't snow until 3 days of the year. Well, we don't have snow here in my part of France. Just dreaming with it with my library office in games surrounded by a lot of bookshelves. That's nice. It opens up in the middle and is a minibar. I think it came with luxury pack. Right, that's why I don't know it. I don't have that luxury pack. Actually, when we were trying to debug my birthday cake, we might think it comes from the fact that I don't have all the DLC, and even if I do have all the game packs, I think they are called the stuff pack. I have like 3. I have very little of them. So about the fishbowl. Because I did made one once. So this is the original one. It's quite big. No, it's not that big. It's very little. There's a few chances that I can make that big. That would be too big, definitely. And I think that bad thing someone was talking about is base game. The bar scene. Let's see. Globe. That's cool. No, it doesn't. Looks like. I think it's not, because I saw someone make a CC from it and say it worked as DLC, so I think it's not base game. Anyway, I think I made a fish tank once. It was that, and it was quite big, but not that big. This one is smaller. Super cute. So we might go with like a bit, like this size, a bit bigger, but not too much, I think. So we're definitely going to stay in one tile, I think. I think it would be weird if it was more than this. Would it? There's something I love when I get to meet people from different countries. It's refreshing and interesting to get a piece of other culture and meet new people. Here winter comes every year, but it is a little different every year. Between there's a lot of snow, between little, some years are frost, while others are English winter. Happy birthday, Queen. Thank you. It's not my birthday yet. It will be in 1 hour and 42 minutes. I will be old. Let's see if I add like an end table, something like to see the size of it. Isn't it too big? Might be too big. So let's put a fish in it. Goldfish. So we can see here, because when you size up something that has a SFX, so like an effect, the SFX stays the same. For example, if you take like 1 hour and 42 minutes. I'm also streaming on YouTube, yes, but I recommend staying on Twitch because I think it's faster and more fluent. Like, ooh, I don't have the sound, so I don't hear the events. Yeah, Twitch is better. Like there is less lag between when people write and I can actually see like the question. So I think it's more fluent with question and interaction between people. Let me go give you some love on YouTube. Thank you for the gaze. So what I was saying is, when you have something with an effect, like those fish, and I have the same with my aquariums, you can see that you have some fish in it, but if I raise it, I increase the size, they stay the same size. So it's also the same if you like make it smaller, so then the fish are out. So if I clone this globe, so the real size of the globe is supposed to be that way, and I make it this size, it means the fish will be that big, which is okay. I think it doesn't look too small compared to the thing. So I think we will go for this size. I might cheat a little and make the globe poke out of the one tile, so it actually be like 4 tile. We'll see. We'll see. If TSR team see that, they might be angry of me trying to cheat their polycount limit, but it's really for the good cause. Watching on Twitch and YouTube, go like and subscribe to this lovely cat. Thank you so much for the gaze. Yeah, please don't tell. Please don't tell. Shh. They might watch. I know some TSR artists that though. So. Anyway, so I think that's it. So we can now close the game. So we have 2 things we need to do with this. We have the globe is easy. It's a sphere. we have to do the inside, so we will have to make the, how do you call that, the seaweed, the algae, this, the plant inside, so it's like plant, and we have to make the stand, I guess. So first, I'm watching if ravishing is anything. First, we are going to clone the fish tank. So I bought a new game pack, so that's why it's longer than usual, because it's probably loading the new item. So let's look for the bowl. Yes, that one. Next. And here. And we will call it Worldarium or Worldrium. So we call this Fishbowl Astrolab. Yeah, it's very fancy. I have a question. Do you, by chance, know if it's possible to draw mesh on an iPad and convert it somehow? I have always wondered. I have no idea. I heard that there is a new software on iPad where you can draw on mesh, but I'm not sure you can actually mesh on iPad. I have no idea. I don't have any iPad, so I don't know how to enter that. Sorry. Anyway, so when you see Fishbowl, we have drop shadow that will disappear because I don't like it. The fong, which will be everything that is solid, so the inside of the bowl, and in our case it will also be the stand. Fong alpha is for the globe, so that's easy, and everything that is transparent. So if we have some algae, we probably might use, or maybe not, because let's see. Oh no, I think they already have some alpha in the solid in the fong mesh cut. So for the algae, I still don't know how to say. Okay, let me look. So when I do live streams, I usually improve my English because so many words I don't know. So yeah, seaweed, algae. So I was right. Yeah. And the scrolling is actually the water. So what is scrolling? It's because you can see this is the mesh. It actually like move, like indefinitely moving. So it gives the illusion like there's water. Actually, it's just a plane with a texture, and the texture is moving. We probably won't change that. So I'm going to export this. You can use SketchUp Pro to draw and export as an OBJ, which turns it into a mesh, but I don't know, you can draw like a car and it works the same, but probably. I only ever use the shapes it provided because I can't draw for crap. No worries, I can learn words too in the way where you learn the English version. And hi Siva, and just coming to thank you for all your wonderful content. Keep going the great work. Love from friends. Thank you very much. Merci. Right, so there. I might need to no. So I'm removing all the lamp and camera because I don't need them. I will also display the screencast so you can see which keys I'm hitting. Going back to solid viewport settings. So this is the drop shadow. I usually don't work with drop shadow. I don't like them in game. So I'm just going to reduce it very, 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 very small so we don't see it anymore. And I will move the shadow, like if you see here, I usually put it somewhere like this, because if by chance I don't hide it well enough, at least it won't show anything, because white is red, transparent. So here we can see that we have 3 mesh cuts. So the 01 is the drop shadow. The first one, as we said, is everything that is solid, so the inside of the fishbowl and the algae, which are those. Then we have the bowl, and you can see that it's only one-sided, which means we won't have to like make it outside and inside, and usually it's not recommended because you will have some triangle issue transparency. You know, when you can actually see the triangle of the mesh when it's transparent. It's because the game don't really do well with double side transparent stuff. So that will be something that will look like it. And the last one is actually the water. So you can see that they actually redid the inside of the bowl. Like if you see by transparency, the water is like creating the depth of the glass optically. So we will do exactly the same. I'm going to save right away. Hey, Mr. Orkan, thank you so much for coming here. Thank you for passing by and saying hello. Right, so let's start by creating a sphere. A sphere by default is super heavy. It's like 1,300 polygon, which is a lot, especially if we aim the 2K polygons. If we have 1,300 just for the sphere, we are kind of yeah, you get it, fracked. So we are going to reduce it. We don't need that much polygon for the sphere. So usually we go with like maybe 12 and 8. That's round enough, I think. So if I take as a grid guide. Oh, thank you for the subscribe, Mr. Organ. Very nice. Really appreciate it. So as a reminder, one tile in game is one tile in Blender. So if we take this as a guide and compare to what we tried in game before, I will probably choose that size. Here. Like this. So that will be the sphere. Because the other problem is that we are going to double it for the water, but I want my pivot point to be the medium point, will be the middle of it. So that will be the water. Yep. Then we'll have to make, we are definitely going to have a lot of trouble keeping this low, but we still try. Sorry, I'm trying to follow this discussion about the iPad, but yeah, I heard about all those things, but I never tried them, so I can't help, sorry. Yes, we are all fanning about Mr. Orkan. Anyway, so how is the... So the nice thing about this is it's square. So the more round, the more polygon it will take. So maybe if we go in a standard it's square and we will keep the circle for around here, then we can save some polygon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a cube in here, and this will be the stand. So I'm going to put it on the floor, which is the red line, in here. And then I'm just going to create a kind of sophisticated shape like this. I'm going to add detail later. And like this, like this. We can add detail later if we have some polygon remaining, but I'm a bit stressed about, you know, polygons again. So let's try to add some ring first. So here we can see that the meshes are not all facing the right direction. So I'm going to select everything and hit recalculate. So everything is all on the same version. Now that I'm saying this, I'm thinking I might be too low about polygon. So I know we're trying to keep it really low, but I also said that I wanted to kind of cheat and poking out of the one tie so we can have more, because this is too edgy. I don't like it. It's not fun if it's too edgy. So let's start again. I'm going to remove this and I'm going to create a new sphere. But this one I want 16 and 12. Hi 60 Shani, welcome in. Yeah, that will be better. So this go. And I'm duplicating it again, so that will be the glass, and this go as well. Yep. So we already at 700, so that goes very fast. So I'm going to select this loop and Shift D to duplicate. And from here I use E to extrude, and we have the same problem as before, which is the normal are not pointing the same direction. Like some are poking under, some are poking above. So I'm just selecting everything and hit recalculate. So it actually recalculates. And same when extruding, like this. So if I hit smooth, I can see that it will smooth the sphere. So the sphere, is nice, but this is again a bit too edgy, which I don't like. So first, I'm going to add a edge split modifier. So everything that it's not round is sharp. And while selecting this ring, I'm going to hit subdivide. Subdivide will divide every polygon by 4. So it actually adds a lot of rings, but edge loops. But even if it added some polygon, it's still not a circle. So what I'm going to do is like select all the outside rings, and with my Loop 2 plugin, I'm going to hit circle and it will really fine. So what I did basically is like I doubled the polygon on the circle. So now I'm going to open my reference to see how much will I actually need to make. So I think we won't keep that much ring, but we need at least like one in here, so the one that is horizontal, then one that will be vertical, and half of it that can be like here. So let's see how it goes. So I'm going to take that one and hit air X, so rotation on X 90, like this. Then let's see, we can see that it's actually going on the inside. So I'm going to make this bigger. Something like this. And then this one, I'm going to duplicate it again and rotation on Z. So air Z 90. But this time, I might not keep all the way. So I'm going to cut it in here. So I'm removing the top part like this and closing the mesh in here. Yeah. Then what we can do, maybe one more. So maybe one more. And this one will be like this, and then oops, like this. And it needs to be less wide. So I want to keep the same diameter, but I only want to reduce this. So what I do is I will keep selected only the small ring. So I'm just removing the outer rings like this, and then I will choose the individual origin pivot point only, which means when I will reduce it, it will only reduce the individual pivot point. Yeah, but as I still need, because now it's too thin, so I need to put it back my Z axis, make it bigger and put it like this again. Yep. There we go. There we go. Now it looks so good that I really want to add one more. So we will add one more. Hello everyone, Happy New Year. Hope everyone is been hiking Basic Sims. Thank you so much and welcome and Happy New Year. So I think that one actually need to be, I don't know. Actually, we want, no. So that one is supposed to support that one. So I'm just going to make it bigger like this. And same as we did before, I'm just going to reduce individually the smaller ring, like this. And then I'm going to remove those faces because we won't need them. Here. And this will go under. So it actually looks like this is supporting this larger ring. We might need to do the same with the other one though. So what I'm going to do is more likely this one will be a little bit like this, and this one I can duplicate and will be the officially the one that is actually holding it. Right, so it looks really good. We are out of the 2K, but that's fine. We said that, oh, actually with the ring is way outside of the size we wanted. So if we consider we have 4 ties, then we can go until 8,000. But we won't go because that's a bit too much for one item, but we can be more relaxed. That being said, I do like how this is like cross shaping, so let's do that. Trying to. So I'm going to remove this and start again with just a cube, just a rectangle. And we do have the inside of the bowl to make two as well. So let's not get too excited. Here, two, here, two, here, two, and here, no, two. Then I'm going to hit the inside and hit hello, first time being able to make it. Welcome, Magic Ace. Thank you for being here. So if you hit Alt E to extrude, you can actually choose region fixed vertex normal, and that means poking out from the outside from each direction. It's not the shame I was aiming, actually. Let's start again. Let's start again. I just want, maybe not that much. Actually, I will just go something thinner, like this. Yeah, maybe what I was going for was a bit too complicated. This and then Alt E vertex normal, but it doesn't work because I need to do medium point, maybe. Nope. Then maybe I need to do the extrude individual. Yes, that's it. I'm going to hide this for now so we can have a clear view on what we're doing on top. Let's close this for now. We will remove, if we don't need it, because it will be like inside the sphere, we might delete them later. But for now I'm keeping it. Same with those. For now I'm going to close them here especially. So if I watching here, there's a lot of details, but we don't have the luxury of having that much polygon, so we won't have that much, but we will still be able to add more detail in the normal map later on Substance Painter. So that's something we can do later. So I'm just going to keep it simple, like this, and yeah, basically that's it. Okay, maybe one more. And same, we don't see the bottom, but we can guess that might be a little bit of stuff here as well. Something like that. See, if you don't know this, this is a great way for mesh poly reduction. And you work with square like you have now. Which is the great way? What are you talking about? Basically go into edge select, control click, edge into your circle, select, checker deselect, then edge. Oh yeah, that's why I used to. So usually I'd rather like make them more than what I'm allowed to, and then reduce until I get my what I aim for. But yes, definitely it's why I explain in my reducing polygon tutorial, like how to use the edge loop one. It's definitely the best way. Definitely not the decimate one. It's kind of destroying your UV, destroy your mesh. It's really lazy. It's definitely not helping at all. All right, so maybe the stand is a bit too narrow. So here I'm selecting everything. I'm going to scale it, but I'm going to hit Shift Z, so it actually keep the same height, like this. Then let's see how, okay, so here we are going to suppose that this is on, of course you do, because you are the queen. No, you are ravishing, Rava queen. But great for making the lower poly LODs. Yeah, definitely the best way to reduce polygons. So here I'm going to re-put everything back. We are going to consider that what is supporting the whole thing is those. This, not those, not you. So those four and this one is supporting everything. So this should go on top of it. Also remember that the short wall is usually 3 high. So instead of making it higher, I will more likely reduce the stands, because one seam is usually like 2 tiles something 220 tall. So we don't want this to be like too big, especially since we need to consider for realistic reason that it needs to feed the fish. Yes, Rava Queen, it's the best nickname ever. So I will more likely reduce this. So there, and going down like this. Yeah. Then I need to cheat a little with this, because it's supposed to be circle, but it's also not supposed to be in here. And I will make a very short pause to kiss goodnight my boyfriend, who's going to bed very early. It's my birthday. That's fine. He will bring me a cake tomorrow. Be back in 2. No, not 8 minutes. It's 1 hour and 8 minutes. It's 11 right now. So still 1 hour everything. You can please keep the gallon down. Not yet. No, I know you're pro. Trying this would give me heart failure. I'm not a pro. I'm getting there, but definitely not a pro. Not yet. Maybe one day. So I think this is a bit too big, and this is a bit too big, like this. Yep. All right. Yeah, keep the balance down. Okay, so that's good because I also wanted to add some details on all the rings. So I will try to make like kind of the number here, but I want to add some nails and some screw to give it like a industrial look, kind of. Yep. So this is easy. We are going to unwrap this so we can continue with the rest. So it's basically everything that it's in here. So the top of it, like this, Maxime. Top of it as well. Maxime, and one edge, Maxime. So that's easy enough. Yeah, I'm going to straighten that later. Then we have the sphere, which will be all glass, but we still need to cut it somewhere. So let's cut it where there will be the ring, so it won't be that seeable. Like this. So that will be something like this. And so let's hide this. So this is the water. The water will be in a separate texture. So here I can take all the space. I probably cut it into like this. Yep. Okay. And then we have all the rings. So what I will do is I will make one ring for each, like this, Maxime. And then I only need one small ring for each. So I will try to take the most hidden one. So for example, these two in here, and one that will be close to the ring in here. And actually I don't need those two because they are already cut in here. So this one is cut in here, this one is cut in here, and this one will be cut in here. Okay, so now I deselect everything. I will actually put this in separate mesh cut. So this is the water. Oops. And now I can select everything and unwrap everything. So I will still need to change the hierarchy of everything, because what's important is not that big. So for example, the glass is not that important. I could bake a lot of reflection in it, but it's definitely not the point. So this size is okay. But all the rings around are probably what is the most important. So all the rings are these. So first, we want everything to be on the same direction, because in case we want some pattern to be used, we want the pattern to be in the same direction for everyone. Then I'm going to use this plugin that I'm talking about all the time, which is the UV square, that will straighten everything perfectly, like this. Super useful. It works even better with perfect square shape, and with that one too should be, yes. So that's the footing, the stand. So here we want it a bit bigger because we want probably some nice detail on the foot, and everything else will be as big as possible so we can add a lot of detail on it. So everything needs to be like this. You want it to be, so what I'm using is Control P, which kind of rearrange the UV map depending on what you have selected. So if I select only one and I use Control P, it will make it the biggest size possible in my UV map. So now when I use Control P, no, it's still not working. So I just want this, yes, and yes. And Control plus, that select everything attached to what I have selected, like this. We add some margin, like this, and then I have the biggest possible. This is not important because it's super small. Maybe that one, which is the top one, needs to be a bit bigger, but the other one is not that important because it's the bottom. So something small like this is more than enough. Now we still have to do the inside of it, the inside of the fish tank. So I'm going to exit this for now, and I'm going to use the water one, because the water one we actually englobe the what's in it, what's in the fish tank. Also, if I want the right poly count of my item, I need to remove everything from the original one, except the 0, which is the drop shadow that I will keep. So now we have the right amount of the polygon. So we are 2K, which is fine, but we can go more with the detail in it, which is nice. So I think if we aim 4,000 maximum, it would probably be good. The best would be between 3 and 4, because even if it actually took 4 squares, it's more like 1.5, to be completely honest. So maybe 3,000 something is okay. Also because it's not an item you will have everywhere like plant, so that's fine if you like a bit above it. Hi Maxis Match, welcome in and Happy New Year and best wishes. We are doing kind of a mix between a fishbowl and an astrolabe. Super fancy. It's super difficult because we are trying to keep the poly count really low because it's for TSR. So everything is round, and I do want my item to not be like too edgy. So yeah, very difficult. Also, I'm thinking here that it's not perfect here because this is like. So I might need to select everything. You and you, and then all the. Oh yeah, we haven't talked yet, May. Happy New Year for you as well. Yeah, we don't talk that much. Yeah, this is my first live stream of the year. So here you can see if I go in top view, that this is larger than here, so I will SX to make it. No, this is not what I want. Okay. So I'm inverting my selection, and so let's see how I can fix this. It's more like, actually it's not all the rings I want to reduce, it's just those. So I'm going to select all of these and SX. Yes, it's still not what I want. Okay, let's start from 0. I'm going to keep just this. And instead of like extruding, I'm going to try do you know that some of your stuff on Tessa and Patreon has been put on paragraph for free? I was so mad to see. Yeah, I do know. The problem is, if you're talking about Reddit, is that they can't close a topic. They can only edit a post. So even like if the whole thread is full of pirated content, they can't close the thread, and if they did, they will just be recreated again. So the only thing we can do is fill the CMA for one post. My problem is my early access is 3 weeks, and it takes approximately 2 weeks to 3 weeks for Reddit to answer me. So it's kind of pointless. If I catch it early, sometimes it works, but sometimes the effort for me to actually fill all the forms, which is kind of long, because you have to explain and to show everything so they actually believe you, it's not worth it. And sometimes I'm mad too, but I'd rather create more content than spend my life chasing pirates. So I am mad, and I'm very sad and disappointed because everything I do is free. It's just early access for me, so I can actually, like live from it because it's my job now. So it shouldn't be that high. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing, but it's nothing I can do. Still some part I didn't remove. That's messy. Nope. Faces. So yeah, I could understand people that do that when people like keep their stuff like forever exclusive, but I don't. So yeah. Anyway, so here I'm going to add a ring, and let's hope that I can actually make what I wanted, which is definitely. If I do that, no, it's still not good. The thing I usually like to use is the @e region vertex, and this is supposed to be all equal on everywhere around. You know, this object would have even worked in your space kit set. Looks so amazing already. Thank you. And let's just focus on good things, especially today. Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, that's fine. The first time I noticed this, I was like super mad, and then it's like, yeah, whatever. So that's completely fine. I know I have many people that actually support me, so. Alright, so that's better that way. Maybe one more. Yeah, at least now I can just remove all the unnecessary ring loops like this. So at least now it's all equal, everything around. So that's better. Sharp. Now I need to do this on the bottom. Much better. So I don't know if you understood what I did. Basically, I used the size before to make it larger, but because it's not like a perfect square, it some sides were more larger than others. So right now, it's more equal everywhere around it. So we have to unwrap it again. I also want to make sure, because I think it's not aligned anymore with my center. So here it should be. Yep. So let's unwrap it again like this. It's cut twice, I think. Yes, I added two like this. Also stuff from other CC creators, even your last set inspired in the Telegram group. I was hard to see it reported the group, and also that doesn't know this. So yeah, the problem about Telegram is that it's Russian, and Russia don't recognize copyright and intellectual rights. So there's actually nothing we can do about Telegram because it's protected by a country that doesn't care about intellectual property. So there you go. Love yourself very much, and I'm on your patron. Thank you so much for your support. Tessa is a little bit aware that the content is pirated. They're trying to do something, but they don't really know how to do. So they made some DCMA forms, but you know, we still have to do the job, so it's kind of pointless. And they said they will get a legal team, but I'm waiting to see it. So this is the small one. And this is the big one. That will be on top. There. So now we can continue. We still have 45 minutes before my birthday, and we can do the inside of the sphere. So for now, I'm going to leave this, and I'm going to work inside the the water. You remove your message because you're afraid. Just don't let pirates bully you. So I will take this ring, and that will be the floor, the floor where I will have some sand. So I'm just going to close it like this. No, actually, can I do this? Yeah, yes, I need to do this. And add some more ring, so I can then use the proportional editing connected in here and create a little bit of accident, so it's not completely flat. And also, because we will have to follow the sphere, I will bring back the sphere later on, because we might need to fix everything that is poking out of the water. It will be weird if we don't. So let's see if no, I want just the floor. Yes, I hide this. Okay, we don't see it because it's upside down, so I need to flip the direction and smooth. And now we can see that we have barely something. That's something I will use to actually draw my pattern, but then later on I'm probably going to remove maybe half of it, half of them. I'm just squeezing my legs. Alright, so that will be the floor. Then then we need to bring it back, not the sphere, with the water, because you can see that some of it is poking out, so we need to fix that. So what I will do is I will simply select everything that's poking out like this, and just by hand fixing it like this. All right. Okay, so I love this because it's very luxuriant, but unfortunately I'm not sure we can do that much detail, but we will try. Question: when you create your meshes and know you share on Tessa, do you intentionally leave your mesh a higher polygon for the high load and have the ability to lower it for the low loads? I actually did when I started, because they are very strict about the medium and low load, and for them it's like half of it. So if your maximum load is like 1000, then it means your medium load should be like 500, and then the low load would be 200. If your item is already low, you can't really lower it. So I did make it a bit higher on purpose, so it was easier to reduce after that. But that was just when I started and when I wanted my stuff to be approved. And then when I got badged, you got badged when they understand that you know what you're doing. So then they trust you, and then they know that you do whatever is best. We are kind of taught how to do stuff. So I no longer do it. If my shelf is like 200 polygons and it's only square and there's no way to reduce it, then there's no way to reduce it. But I'm more careful with TSR stuff, not because they're watching, because I'm not even sure they do, but because TSR is probably the place where my content is downloaded the most, and also because it's open to children. So I want everyone to be safe with the content. So that's why it's more important. I do allow myself to have more polygon on my Patreon because I consider that people are grown up first, because they probably pay for it, and also, or at least for the early access, and also because I explain everything in, and I know that on TSR half or even more the people never read. They never read the description, so it's best, to have everything safe proof. Right, that is my issue with my first review. I can't reduce it anymore, thinking it was low enough for dues with all the CPUs. Yeah, it's not about being low, it's about being optimized for computers. So, yep. Okay, so we are going to download some algae to make our algae. So that will be exactly like plants, meaning that to make plants we need first the leaf, and then we can make the plant from the leaf. So we will need some algae PNG to work with. Also, with the way alpha works in the Sims, we don't want something that it's too thin, or it will be too like edgy in game, kind of noisy. So it's better to take something that it's already a bit thick, maybe something like this or something like this. I think I like that one. I like that one, and oof. Okay. To pick the train. Yeah, got it. And I think there were another one that I liked. Changed. Damn it. Oh, that was the one, but it's drawn. I don't know if it's. Let's try it as well. He didn't ask me if I was human. Maybe I'm not. Alright, let's try these. There. So I need to place it on my UV map. So I'm going to take this. I'm also going to reunite with my floor. In here, so I can place my floor in here. Yep. So the floor will be in here. And actually, what I did is not completely right, meaning I made water a sphere, but the truth is water will stop where we actually made the floor. So I need to remove the part from the bottom that is the floor and put it on the other mesh cut so I can actually give it a sand texture. So I think it's here. I'm going to hit V, will cut the parts I selected, and this part, let's remove the seam, I'm going to separate it, P selection. So this is still the water, I can hide, and this part will go back with the sphere, like this. So if I keep only the floor and only the bottom, and I hide everything else around, now I can probably even reattach everything like this. It's messy. Okay. And then I can remove the edge loop in here. No, that's, I think that's not right in here. A CC creator named Kobe is accused of stealing meshes from Second Life and putting tracking files on her CC to track people and those people. They are still investigating and they are letting EA know. Yeah. I have no idea, to be honest. I don't think it's my place to judge. I have no idea what she's doing. I have also no idea what's possible or not, because I'm not good enough with computer to be able to. So I'd rather not. You know, it's not my place. I'm not a judge. So I'm selecting the inner loop in here and edge loop, and it's not really what I wanted. Okay, let's do something else. Need to remove all these. And how about now? Yes, better. All right. Okay, so about the alga. So I need to unwrap this again. This. And I need everything back so I can actually unwrap properly. This will be the floor. So now I have a little space in here for my alga. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select everything and use the export UV layout. Like this. So when I open in Photoshop, I can see my UV map. So I can import it's not want it. Let's use my algae and place them. So I think I'm going to use them both. Let's try both. In here, but I also want them darker than this. Not that much detail in here as well. Okay, and that one. So I'm going to save this in Photoshop, so in PSD, so I can come back to it later, because I will explain why I will use some DDS texture format for this one instead of the PNG later. Texture. Okay, and for now I'm going to use a PNG just for Blender. That's fine. So here I can open my new texture. And now I have the algae in here. So I'm going to keep only, that's very complicated to see, but I want only the floor, yes. And I'm hiding everything else. Nope, I'm still missing the top. Select this and then invert and hide. Yes. All right. So basically, every thing we do, we need to fit in it like this. So I'm going to create a plane like this. Here. This will be my algae. So let's bring back my texture, my new texture in here. No, that's not good. Okay, something else. I'm going to add a background image and actually add the image I just imported in here. I need it smaller, like this. Then I will shape my plane and then I will unwrap correctly. That will be better, because here I will have the problem with this poking around in my texture, inviting itself, and I don't want that. So I want this to be around and also disable it like this. I also kind of want the line inside that I created that follows the plants. Right, so that looks more like it. So here I can unwrap project from view, and now it will fit my algae better. Except for this, because if it's poking out, you have to imagine that everything that is out of here will go back to here. So if this is poking out of my UV island and I have something in here, then this will appear on my mesh. So I really need this to be inside of it, like this. So if I want to have a look of how it exactly render, I can create a new texture in here, go in cycles and go in node editor, use nodes, and then I can, actually I don't need to open it, it's already there. Selecting the texture, I just imported. And if I go in material, I can see my item. So I think I might use some I don't remember how it was. Alpha blends. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, it's fine. I just need to see what I'm doing. You can see everything is like the layout we actually exported. So I don't know what is this. It's probably from our previous mesh, so we don't need this here. So this is our first algae. We can see that we actually have space, so I probably make it bigger like this, so it actually takes more space, like this. And I probably create a second one. And to be sure it doesn't look like it's the same, I will hit Ctrl and X, it will mirror it on X and flip direction. Probably make it smaller. And then I will also use the material. I will move it a little to make it change a little, but not too much so it doesn't look too distorted. Like this. Alright, and then I can also make a new one for the big one like this. So I'm creating a new plane, RX. In here, we still have those. What are those? So let's select everything, and I'm can probably use the cleanup delete loose, and it will remove everything that is not attached to the face. 20 minutes to my birthday. and then it's basically just moving the points around. I will also need to be careful in here because it's very close to the edge, so I probably need this because thank you for the follow everyone. I don't have any sound on my computer, so I'm missing all the new follows, but I really appreciate it, guys. We have HVH and Jean Valjean with the smiling face, and Alicia, thank you. Thank you so much for the follow and welcome, guys. I think I need it's too bad because it's actually super cute. It's my Christmas gift, but I don't hear a thing. It's completely noise cancelling, so when I'm wearing it, I don't hear my surrounding, and I need to hear my cat because it's like going outside and back and outside and in, you know, like a cat. There. So here it looks nice to me. So I can select everything and unwrap and project from view. This I can briefly to fit my shape like this. Fix and Moonlight say, I've been a fan of your work for a while. You're a really great artist. Thank you so much. So glad I get to see you create. Thank you very much. And I think we're fine. Okay, so let's try it with the material, and it looks fine except for the weird background, but that's something we are going to remove later on. Hi, Sincerely Indie, thank you for being here and welcome. Alright, so this one might be taller, so we may be taller like this. Are you doing well? I'm doing really well. How about you? It's my birthday in 20 minutes. Actually, if we really wanted to follow like the actual hour I was born, I think I was born at 5 a.m. So, but there's no way I'm waiting 5 a.m. So. Not yet, Vixen, not yet. In 20 minutes. I'm not old yet. That's good. Yay! Yeah, and you in 20 minutes, I'm actually going to make a pause and show you the set I've made especially for my birthday. Yes, early bird. I actually was born 1 month before the due date, so definitely early. I was supposed to be born on February, so I was very early. Okay, I think we're done, and the poly count is super low. I'm super proud of me. I was not sure I would be able to do it, and to celebrate this, because I was coding my thing a little more, we are going to add some bevel because I like bevel. Yay! More bevel. Only on these edges. Everything looks better with bevel. You 40 minutes old in my country, but I'm waiting on for your time zone. Yeah, it's yeah. I was also born a month early, but not because I wanted to be. That you picked me from my mum. Oh, well, if you were ready, then that's fine. You weren't induced. How do you call them in English? Like the plastic crib where they put early babies in it. If you're ready, yeah, incubator, yes. If you're ready, yeah, you're ready. That's fine, I think. Yeah, I was a bit because my lungs were developed. Not too long. Okay, let's go. I was ready 1 month before. I was just like completely covered with, the fat, like a big a big hat. Placenta, yes. All right, so I think everything's ready to calculate the texture, because what we did inside is inside a sphere. If I actually export it like this, it will be very dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this, and I'm going to select the glass and put it on the side, so GX2. So the glass won't affect what inside is in it. I will also make this aside, so GX -2, so we don't have shadows of this ring on it. It will be super weird. So basically I'm separating these to calculate everything without weird reflection and shadows that are not supposed to be there, and then I bring back everything in place. So the water, I probably won't change the texture because the one in game is like very subtle and it's probably nice. We do test it to see later if it works, but I probably won't change it. So let's see how it is. Yeah, it's probably fine. I might need to change the orientation. Because if it's scrolling, it should be scrolling in the same direction. So we try it later. It's something easy to test. So let's hide it. Let's take this and export in OBJ. Selection only, not writing material, Fishbowl OBJ. Oh, right. Then I want to remove everything that I don't need, especially Chrome, because Substance Painter is very heavy in memory. So I want to be sure that it won't crash my stream. So I have this new stuff that I use, should help. So usually Chrome is definitely heavy. So this is something that Maxis Match CC Work taught me, like the fact that we have actually usually a lot of standby software. So I have a utility now that's called empty standby list that will clean everything. So now we have like more memory available. So I will also close Photoshop now. We will reopen it later. This is just streaming, so I can't really. Since for studio, I'm going to save and reopen later. And everything else I need. Oh, Discord I don't need. I open later. Oh, everything this I don't need. Go away. Yes. All right. So just in case if it crashes, just come back in 5 minutes. I just restart my computer. It happens sometimes because of Substance Painter, so I really hope it won't today. Hopefully not. Yeah, it's mostly annoying. Not for Twitch, you are fine because you just refresh and then I'm back. It's really annoying for YouTube because they kind of lose the link, and also because I repost all my streams on YouTube so people can watch them later, and then it makes 2 videos, so that's annoying. But he wouldn't dare crashing on my birthday, would it? That wouldn't be nice. So first I'm changing the light. The default one is a bit too contrasted and mostly it's orientated. So if you rotate your item, the shadow rotate with it, which is not really nice. So I really like the Studio White. Also, because we have some transparency, I will need to change the shader to ISM Metal Rough to PBR Metal Rough with Alpha Blending. That way, I can add channels that will add some opacity. So first, I'm going to create a plain white layer. That will be white. I don't need metallic. I do need roughness very high because glass is very high. This is for the glass. I'm making the glass. I'm removing the normal and height, and the opacity is like something like this. And I'm going to be black, and that will be for the glass. So it's barely transparent, but in reality it's a lot transparent. If I go lower than this, lower than like half of it, then we don't see it anymore. So maybe something wider. No, actually we will probably, yeah, something like that. And a lot of roughness. Okay. Not 10 minutes. Florida. It's 11:50. Not yet. Keep your balloon. Obviously we won't need to do the algae because we already made dews. So what I can do is I can import the texture I made in here with texture and library, no, current session. Okay, I can create this, put this in the base color. Yep, and but that's only to figure them that it will have transparency later on. It's supposed to have transparency. Don't know how it doesn't. All right, we need also to put a mask because we don't want the line on everything else. Let's do this first. So in our model, oh, I closed it. In our reference, we barely see it, but I can probably use some people. I don't know if I have some. No, I think I have some saved in my library. I can go fetch. Should be something in here. Well, we have a huge time difference, so I won't be able to see it again until it's almost over. So I said it now. All right, thank you. Debris, ground Ground soil fuzz brush. Nope. Marble. Nope. Okay, let's download it again. I am surprised that I am still awake. Remember last time when I watched your stream in the living room and fell asleep? What time is it at yours? So I think I want something like this. That looks nice. It starts. People are so on point. Oh, this looks nice as well. I want something kind of natural. This is nice as well. We are on the same time zone. I think I'm in Germany. Yes, we are. Why are you so tired? Do you wake up early? Or are you just a sleepy machine? Maybe you are. Okay, not that one. It's like 200. So that will definitely make my computer cry. Oh, they're both really heavy. I'm afraid to use them. Okay, just in case, I'm going to put everything in 1K and I will put it back after the streams in 2K because I'm too scared that my streams will crash. Because those seems very heavy to handle. It makes 3 of us in the same time. I'm from Norway. Yay! 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So let's put a black mask and select only the floor, like this. Then I will make the scale, oops, no, not that much smaller, like this. Maybe even more smaller than that. Yeah. It's not that big, so it won't be really sharp anyway. And then I want it more dark than this, because our final item is kind of darky. Kind of. So I think this is here or where I have to be careful. Alright. Yeah, looks fine. Okay, so that's the most interesting part. I'm going to save first. So here we have some painted wood. And then we will have some metal in here. So I'm going to bake the mesh maps here. Hey Sip just came in from town, has been skating on this game, so he might not let me watch for long. Welcome and thank you for coming, Satin Pumpkin, even if it's like not for too long. That's really nice. 3 minutes and then you can call me grandma. So the one that will fit really well is I have like the bronze armor. It will look super nice on the ring, and then we will be able to add more detail. So I need to remove this and this and this. I will also remove the sharp in here, which make it look a bit too sharp. So that's super nice, and that will make a really nice reflect in here. Is that possible to make a king size base in the sim form? Desperate for it. Yes, it is. The only thing is you have to move the rigs around so the sims actually can enter normally. But yes, it's possible. Anything is possible, almost. Actually, my I think it's Pauline in TSR. It's bigger than regular bed. So if you go on TSR and you go for my Pauline bed, it might not be a king size, but it's definitely bigger than regular size bed from The Sims. Larger, wider. Fish tank looks so interesting and unique and fun. Yes, we are making like the mix between this object and this object. Painted wood. I have an amazing smart material. That one. If I settle it right. So right now it's not perfect. As you can see, I don't like the beach veneer, so usually I replace it by mine, which is my favorite one, that one. Happy birthday, thank you! Yay, it's midnight. I haven't prepared my birthday song. I should have found a birthday song. Oh, okay, maybe I can find one. Thank you, everyone. Okay, let's make a pause. Let's launch the game so I can show you my new set I made. Bon anniversaire ma belle, merci de nous faire sentir comme si tous les jours de l'année étaient notre anniversaire avec des magnifiques créations. Je t'envoie plein de bisous et d'amour. Thank you, Littex. It's so nice, and thank you very much. Sing happy birthday to you. Shall we find happy birthday in Simlish? Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Yay, Mia, you guessing it right. Thank you, Mr. Orkan. Thank you so much. It's my birthday. Actually, tomorrow, my boyfriend is going like super early, so he won't be able to like wish me my birthday. He's coming back late. And I'm going training, so I probably won't sing until the night. But in France we have this tradition. It's called galette des rois. It's a cake, especially usually we eat it on the 6th, but because I'm born on the 5th, I always have that cake for my birthday. And the idea is that we have a cake, and inside is hidden a little like porcelain thing, and the one that have it become the queen of the night. But because it's my birthday, usually people let me win, and whatever anyone have it, like give it to me, or if the people like cutting the cake like see it, is like giving me. So it's always nice for me because I'm always the queen. Yeah, and it's so good. Let me show you the galette des rois. It's funny because when I was little, I was actually angry that I had this cake instead of the traditional cake. Non, je triche pas. It's my right. Oh, it's fixed, Ravashine. It is. Oh, send me. Can you send me the fix? Is it fixed? Yes. Okay. Maybe it's fixed. Let's test it live. Exit game. I'm going to reopen Discord because Ravashine sent me the fixed file, and then we can. Oh, King Basie, you sent me some. Sorry, I didn't saw it. You sent me some bits. Thank you so much. So Ravashine fixed the cake, the edible cake, so we will be able to test it live. I'm so excited. Yay! All right. How old did you get? I'm 35 this year. 35 in CrossFit. It's when we enter the master category. So I'm officially old according to CrossFit athletes. Tasted it once and yeah, really delicious. So what I was saying is, like, when I was little, I was angry because I wanted like a chocolate cake, like any kid cake. And now that I'm more grown up, I actually prefer the galette de roi instead of the normal cake. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, people. So let's test first the new mode from Ravashine. Basically, what it does, it's messy, is so we made my cake edible, but instead of cooking it, you can use her mode and you can summon any piece of cake. So my cake is here, and voila, it appears in here. Ravashine, it works. Yay! So Ravashine is the best. And you can place it. And you can see the cake is a little unicorn. And you can put some birthday cake, but I need a table for that. So I need to show you the room first. So, I didn't change. So basically, it's a unicorn birthday theme object. So let me put the base item. So you have balloons, many balloons. Shift click those to delete them. It works, Ravashine, you're the best. I think it was actually good that it didn't work for me, so you could, oh no, I can't delete it. I need them to wash them, I think. Oh, shift them, shift click, shift click, maybe in live mode. No, but that's fine. They will clean up there later. Do you know how to be famous? Buy followers. Yay! Let's buy followers, people. So I think this is weird because this is supposed to be, yes, like this. So we have a cake. So this is the decor cake, but you see that I made edible cake. We are going to eat it right after. This is the cake box where you can summon some cake. This is some candies, and then you have the cardboard plates with the plastic cutlery and the paper cup and the gift bag. And you have Welcome to My Birthday, but I also made a Swimlish version, if you prefer Swimlish. And here you have many swatches for the rainbow and for the balloon. I want a slice of cake. The unicorn balloon came out so well. Yeah, I didn't finish it. I think I was so tired last time, so I think we didn't finish the texture. So this is the finished version of the unicorn balloon. No ravishing. I think actually when some planes we can't delete, but what I can do is put a trash bin and drag and drop them. So let me put a table so you can see the cake, and put a trash bin. Yes, so here I should be able to, yes. So let's try. Oh, they all want to go. Where's the mailbox? I'm going to fill needs. All right. So they don't want to pee anymore. Okay, let's make. Okay, that was my birthday cake, but it's fine. If I wanted to put some candle on it, no. So you can see that inside is a rainbow, and he's eating a slice of it. It works, Ravasheen, it works! I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Reva. So I don't think I actually moved the rigs from the candle, so that might something I might need to do before publishing. So let's try to create a new one, because obviously this guy was too hungry and didn't wait. Oh, there's no space. So center, okay. Best they can do. Yay! Yes, did it seriously snatch it before you put the candle? The audacity, right? Right? It must be delicious if he immediately start eating. Definitely looks delicious. Yay! Okay, let's no, for him, because I spent some time on CIS. I don't want to. Okay, blow out candle. That was your cake, but you were too angry. Oh, the cat is. Yay! So you can eat that one. Oh, you can see like the second state. It's like small pieces. That was a great stream, Steve. I gotta go now. Watch the full stream later. Happy birthday again. Thank you, Mr. Orkan, and thank you so much for passing by, and thank you for all your nice words as well. Have a good night. Right, so this is a huge surprise. So if you're one of my Patreon, Ravasheen gave us this mod in advance, because it's not public yet. It will be really soon. So really welcome, Ravasheen, for this. It's like best gift ever. And so you have with this set 19 items. I will publish it tomorrow morning, so I can have, where is the room? So I can everything ready. I want to be everything to be perfect. So tomorrow morning, you don't need to subscribe to Ravasheen, that one. She's like giving us access to it. She's so nice. I'm so grateful, but you should, because you know her mods are awesome. She definitely do some unique stuff. So yeah, my favorite creator, but I think I'm not objective. But maybe I am. Right, so super happy with this set. Oh, I can't go because, you know, Mr. is aging up. Yes, okay. She's an old man now. No, he's just an adult. Okay, take a piece. Everyone take a piece. You too. And the cats too, I guess.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking.
No, the rain is ruining the party. Right. So I'm a patron to Ravashine already. Oh, that's nice. That's nice for her. Anyway, we have a fishbowl to finish. So thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. Listen can be rude enough to eat birthday cake before the birthday girl. Yeah, and to eat the birthday cake before you put the candle on it. That happiness of when things works in the best moment when one creates something excellent work. Steven Ravshin actually is even more than that, because I think I made the cake last week and she was to do the recipe, but then she had some scary wildfires in her area, so she had to be evicted. No, she had to move that for a few days. So that was very, very scary, and yeah, so that was difficult for her. So when she evacuated, yes. So when she went back, I think it was yesterday, she was, oh, I'm so sorry, blah blah blah. I'm going to do your recipe, and she did very fast, as always. So nice. And then I tested, and it was like not working for me. It was working for her, not working for me. So then I asked someone on my Discord if they could test it, and it was working for them, but still not for me. And then we compared, and we found that I didn't have all DLC, so we thought that it would be DLC linked. So we tried to test everything. We spent hours trying to fix this. Then, because we are opposite of the world with Ravashine, so she's in the US, so usually when I'm going to bed, she's waking up, so it's difficult to communicate sometimes. And then my stream was starting, so I was like, okay, let's fix this after my streams, and she did it during my streams. So I'm super happy. She's the best. She's the best, and I think it's actually a good thing that I use her tuning for my item, because I actually been able to see that something was wrong. So then it's even better for her. So she's sure that everything works fine now. So that's super nice. All right, so let's go back to our item. Write her short notes. Thank you. And closing Discord because I want to save memory. I'm actually going to check my memory before relaunching Substance, just to make sure. There, you can see all the blue is everything in standby. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the utility Maxis CC World told me, and it doesn't work that time. Oh, it worked last time. Why not? Why does it have so many Chrome open. Maybe that's the one. Yes, all clear, right, nice. Okay, let's launch back. Yes, administration, you're right, I forgot. I'm so excited that my cake works. It's the first time I did edible cake. Actually, I didn't do anything. Ravashin did all the work. But anyway, so we were doing the painted wood. So basically, I used a smart material, but I didn't like the wood, so I deleted it and used mine. So it will only work if I actually put it inside the folder in here. So I need to select, should be, yes, black mask, only the stand. After listening to everything, they had to go through testing, trying the timetables, understand this enormous and beautiful gift. How nice to hear stories like this to play Ravashin. Yes! We need first to set the wood below. Even if we barely see it, it's important. So what I do is I like plain one. We put the scale to 2. We put the color variation really low. No knots, no weathering, and no roughness. Like this. And then I want something more dark. Then I can put the paint on it. Yeah. Ravashin gets 2 slices of cake. Yay! Yeah. Me too, because it's my birthday. So then I can edit the paint color. So let's see, I think the original one is kind of black and gold. We can add some gold later. For now, we're going to do something black like this. To remove this, and what's this? So here it's basically, thank you for the follow, Agaps and Casual Dreamer that I missed 15 minutes ago. Sorry, I don't have the sound, so I don't hear notification. Thank you, Residual Infa, and welcome in. I think I'm starting to hear. No, I have the. I should put it close, like here. I'm also excited because I'm playing Animal Crossing, and tomorrow all the people of my island will give me gifts. That's the small thing, you know. I was wondering, can you also adjust the amount of shadow ambient light in Substance Painter? Actually, you can. I love all your work. I have downloaded over 1,000 of your pieces. Thank you so much, Residual Info. Thank you. Yes, you can. Basically, if you go in here, you can choose if you want, by default, you can see that ambient occlusion, for example, is multiply and normal mixing is combined. But if you add an ambient occlusion channels, then you can say replace, and then you can create like for example a fill layer that will be purple, and you can say that this this purple layer with a generator is associated to ambient occlusion, and that way you can actually adjust your ambient occlusion however you want. And then you can say that this is multiply or not, or you can, you know, whatever. So this is only working because it's in my wooden paint, but if I put it on top of it, you can see that everywhere where it's supposed to have, shadows will actually be purple. I think you can do pretty much this with anything. So this works with ambient occlusion, but it also works with the light, for example. So you can see here. So basically anything. Yes, that's good, because some items sometimes have too strong shadows. Usually what I do is I separate everything like this, so I can have more control about everything. But sometimes you want, full control, or you want some colored shadow as well, especially if you do maxi smudge, which usually have purple shadows and yellow grayish lights. Okay, I moved my layer. Okay, where was I? So this is the painted scratches. So we can fix how much we want by using this. So I want less than that, like this. I also want something more thin, like this. And so I'm moving around all the settings to have something more precise, like this. Nice, yes. But I'm not a huge fan. I think the black is not black enough. I don't understand why. Why is the black that light? Might be some stuff in here. Is it because of this? No, it's not. More better, much better. Yes. that looks good. Okay, and then we wanted to add some more details on the ring. So the nice thing about the fact that it's all straight is that we will be able to use a brush and some spacing shapes. For example, I'm going to add a new layer, a new fill layer with a dark color, a bit metallic, not too rough. I don't need any normal, I don't need opacity, and actually don't need ambient occlusion. And I will actually put some height. I will then put a black mask, and I will put a paint layer. Here I will select something like a small rectangle. So let's search for a rectangle. Yes, like this. I will increase the hardness so it actually looks sharper, and more squeeze so it looks like a line, like this. I will also use alignment UV and size space texture so it keeps the same size when we working on here. Then I will reduce the size, let's say 1, thing like this. And I can see when I'm doing here that I'm aiming this in here. So I might put 2 actually. And now I will change the settings of my brush. So basically a brush will repeat whatever you have in here. So I want to put some drawing, kind of what I have in here. But I want it more spaced, so I'm going to increase the spacing here. Then I can click on the first one and shift, and there you go. So maybe we don't want all over, maybe you do, but what I want now is something smaller, so maybe 0.5. And where is it? Oh, that's here. So that's this side. So I'm going to reduce the spacing, and I'm going to do it again, but this time closer to the edge. Ta-da. So maybe a little more spacing. See? Easy peasy. Okay, what else? I wanted to add some, maybe I will put some more. Yeah. Then we need to add some screw. Yes. So I'm going to create a new one. Actually, a paint layer. We can choose the size right now in here. So basically, this is way too big. I want something maybe a 3. No, maybe a 1. Yes, 1.5. And I can also change this. No, this was nice. Yeah, that's right. So I can have a bolt, or I can have a screw. So I think I like the bolt better. I can also add some rearing. And I think if I actually use this on a fill layer, I can change the color. So I'm going to take something like this, metal with not too roughness, and add a paint layer on my black mask, and then I'm going to use the screw. No, I think I messed everything around, sorry. I removed this. So again, this was black. More black than that, yes. This was like this. We want metal, not too rough, probably darker than that. Yes, something like that. And not normal, not opacity, and definitely some weight. And then black mask and paint layer. And then I can choose my screw bolt and take everything back. So 1.5 was fine. Yes, that's better. So now I can rechange my spacing again. I probably put my height more. And I'm going to paint some bolt all around so I can see that this is the line I'm interested in. So I'm going to click and click. I'm going to do it on the bottom as well. Where is it? Yes, that one. Click and click. No, it's not completely right. So the nice thing about this is because the spacing is the same, they most likely be aligned. So it will be even more realistic, the fact that it's completely aligned. Right. Last touches. I think I prefer my bronze to be a bit darker than that. Like this, and the edges as well. Okay. And probably the wood in my wood paint in here. More dark. All right, so we are close. Okay, let's export. So first going to choose the path of the file here. Then I'm going to export my normal and roughness to create my specular and pub map. Okay, and then I'm going to export the 2D view. Okay, I'm going to reopen Synsfo Studio, and I'm going to close this so it doesn't suck all my memory. There's one last thing we need to do before finishing our item, is editing the texture to fit the algae in DDS. Why is that? PNG has transparency while DDS has alpha channel. The difference is that the way Sims does transparency in-game is applying a mask depending on a number threshold. And if the threshold is like bigger than the transparency of our image, the transparency is replaced by the game by black. So for example, if we like go close to our algae, we have a very thin black line around it, which is not really nice. So the nice way of doing it is actually put some green behind our algae and then put a DDS alpha mask. So if the alpha pops out of the mask, it will be green, it won't be black. So we barely will see the difference. You will see now in action my explication. So we exported our texture here. We have the normal roughness and 2D view like this. Okay, so for the roughness, basically we are going to invert the selection. This is the glass and everything else is metal. This is wood. So basically the glass, I probably make it something like a blue, that blue like this. I also need to put my image in RGB mode. So this is blue, probably all my metal, and this is kind of shiny, so that will be blue as well. Oops. This is blue and this is red. Now I'm putting this in multiply, merging everything and copy pasting in alpha. I will be lurking. Hugs and happy birthday, Sib. Thank you, sincerely, Indy. Thank you so much. And happy lurking. And we need to resize to 1K. Bye bye. Thank you. Have a good night all day, wherever you are. And save in DDS. Okay. About the normal, so everything going out of Substance Painter is always a bit overly dramatic. So I'm usually lowering down a bit with 128, 128, 255, which is the neutral purple. So I'm just putting my opacity to 50% with the rectangle tool, and I'm just going over. That's it. Once or sometimes twice. Then red goes into alpha, green goes into red and blue. Resizing to 1K and save. Okay. Now about this texture. So we can see that this is already transparent, but the algae are not. So I'm going to reduce this to 124, and I'm going to copy this to my texture we made before here. Then I'm actually going to select these. Actually, I'm going to merge them in one here. This we don't need anymore, this layer. And everything around, everything that is white, I'm going to color it almost the same color than our algae. For example, this. Actually, I'm going to paint a bit better. I'm going to select this roughly. It's fine if it's not huge, super precise, because we have margin. So right under my algae in here, I can fill. So you can see I filled, and I'm going to remove from my first texture here. So whatever color fits the most of them all. If you are really patient, you can also like doing by hand everything that actually, but this is fine. You don't have to be that much precise, but this is fine. I think the one I had first was better, like this, and maybe I will actually use a second one for that one. Something more green, like this. right. We can also see that there is some white remaining in here, so we can also clean that. Don't have that much precision. Okay. And then we are going to make the mask. So to do that, basically what we want to hide is the green one. And now I'm wondering with everything I'm doing right now it works, because we do have some translucency. So I'm not that sure anymore. I think we will try our luck with this on PNG. So forget everything I said. The thing is, DDS is not really good with translucency. So texture where you see stable. So if you have alpha like plants, then DDS is perfect. But here we have both, so I'm not so sure anymore. So let's try with the PNG first, and if the result is not good, we can maybe try with the DDS, but hopefully it will be enough. Let's and try. Anyway, I saved it, so we can still go back later if needed. We also need to do the right mesh cut first. So let's bring back everything in place. So that's why I use round number, so it's easier to bring back everything in place. So this is 3x2. So this is 0. This is 1. The glass will actually be in separate 1 and will be 2. And the water will be 3. Save. And if we import everything, it should work. Now replacing the texture like this, and this is fine. And the normal map, that's wrong, normal map in here, and the roughness map in here. This we won't change. There's no occluder, so that's fine. What else? We obviously need to adjust the footprint. We also need to remove the fact that it can be placed on a surface, because we make it a stand, so it won't be placed on a surface. So the slot deco size becomes 0. No 0. Okay, what else? We probably need to make a medium loom later, but I will do that out of stream because it's starting to be a bit late. And I need to make the shadow loads. So basically I merge everything in one. I probably don't need that one though, and not that one either. So merging this and put it 0. So actually I don't need everything that's inside because it's a shadow, so we don't see it. No, everything inside. Okay. Let's hide the sphere for now, then deleting everything that's inside, and then bring back. So we can merge and put the mesh cut to 0, and then save as Fishbowl shadow. Medium, no, not medium. Shadow and shadow. That looks super cool. So that will be Syboulette Dream Fishbowl Astrolab. That's expensive. That's pretty fancy. I also have my naming, just in case. There. What else? FX, obviously. So this is where the fish is supposed to be. So because we raised it, probably need to be like here. So we don't see it, but we're kind of guessing. So before, the ball was right here, so the fish was probably a bit above it. So because we raise it by 1, let's hope 1 is enough. We can still adjust later. Focus is where the sims are looking when they're looking at the object. So let's put it 1.2. And let's try it. Okay. Modes here and launch the game. And let's see how it goes. If it's fine, then I will end probably my stream here. If it's not, I'm going to fix it. Because usually, especially during streams, it never works on the first time. It would be too easy. I'm just putting my one blockade back. I'm cold. I'm always cold. What about the game? Still not launching. Why is not launching?
Can I get some comfort, please?
Please, the game isn't launching. Did you break something? What's happening? My game losing 1 minute flat unless I want to show someone something. Yes, definitely. Ah, there you go. We still needed to be a bit grumpy. Well, it's very strong today. Alright. So I have all my Japanese friends wishing me my birthday because it's already tomorrow over there. Just thinking, ravishing again. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Everything works. So I'm guessing, I don't know Maxis Match this well if you're still around. I'm guessing that the thing we have in that blue in the memory is kind of like cache. So I've noticed that when I'm launching the Sims before my stream and then I'm launching in, it's like it loads faster. So I'm guessing if you launch it before, then the next time you're launching it, it's kind of pre-start, pre-charge, pre-loaded, I think. and because I hard delete all that cache, it's kind of loading from scratch again. So that actually liberated some memory for Substance Painter, but then the Sims launch slower because I probably erased everything from the cache from this computer session. So that's a good thing for Substance, but then we probably lose the interest of me launching the Sims before. I think so. That's my theory, but that would make sense. Why it's so slow, because usually it's not that slow. There we go. Excited. I'm mostly I'm not sure about how the sphere will be. I'm afraid of having triangles, see-through bugs, and I'm also hoping that the algae won't be too noisy, too, I don't know, sometimes alpha, especially when the shape is small, can be a bit noisy. I don't have that problem, but sometimes not always though takes its sweet time. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. Oh, right. So, as I just said, we have this triangle problem. Ooh, but I think I know why. Because I think in the original objects, okay, let's see how the original object was. So this is very common bug. The triangle stuff. The algae looks nice though, so we won't have any problem with the DDS after all. I think the problems come from we have two transparent mesh. We have the glass and we have the water inside. One thing we can also test is the fish. The fish, it looks okay. Maybe we can put, no, it's a bit too low. We can put it higher, probably. I also wanted to try to change the environment map. There's a fish meat something. I'm never able to pronounce it. Fizemich. I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing right. That made one. Might looks nice. Been lurking, but just wanna say this is looking really cozy. Also, happy birthday! Thank you so much, Lady Spartacus. I think you need to separate the glass right. It does when you actually have overlapping stuff, but normally it doesn't affect when there is one. I think the fact that we need to separate, but we are going to try that. Absolutely awesome. Even with the bugs, it looks like so cool. Love the algae. Thanks. We also need to put some details. I think I put the line only on one side. It would be cool to have them on the other side, so that's something I'm going to fix tomorrow. I'm going to write down lines on the texture because we need to make all the swatches anyway. Okay, so let's see how they do that. Because they don't really cut anything. And they seem superimposing this. Okay, so we need to try some stuff. So my guess would be probably need to cut the glass in two, like you suggested, Maxis Match. We can also try to triangulate it. That's something Peacemaker is telling in one of his tutorial. The ground looks super nice. The problem as well is they're sharing the same texture between the glass and between the algae, which means the algae are not double-sided. So we might need to double them, which is not very important because it's not really high poly, the algae. So that should be fine. Fishbowl. Oh, they actually made them double-sided. All right. Okay, let's try that then. So, let's bring back our original version. So first we need to cut this. So let's cut it here and here. Okay, separate and regroup. Okay, and triangulate. Then for this one as well, that's the water. So this separate and regroup. And Control T. Okay. And where are the algae? They're not on the right group. No, they're not. They're supposed to be with. They're supposed to be with the solid group. So this is beginning to be a bit. Okay, let's start again. So 0 is mesh shadow, right? Okay, so this is the fang. I will also need to duplicate these and flip direction. Okay, so that's one. Then so this is the water. So this and this is the glass. So the glass is 2, water is 3, this is 1, all good. Had to read it twice though because I am more visual learner. Yeah, that's he made it the old way we actually did tutorial, which is like writing tutorial. YouTube and video tutorial is kind of very new, and actually I didn't like it before because I like taking my time, and sometimes I also like jumping steps because I'm already know something, so I'm like fast forwarding. So the thing I don't like, but now I'm kind of like you. Now I prefer video tutorial. Triangular before importing to Studio, Blender triangulation and Studio triangulation can vary and visiting issues happen with Alpha Head too. Oh, that's good to know. I didn't know that was also a problem with Alpha. Let me bring back my warming blanket. It's turned off every hour. It's security. Okay, so now it should work. We triangulated the glass, we triangulated the water. Let's save. Let's re-import. How is Pee-wee doing? She's sleeping. Ooh, it already looks better. It might also come from the fact that I mistakenly put the algae and the sands with the glass mesh. So that also could be the reason. But we never know. Let's try again. Also going to clear the thumbnail cache. Alright, and alright. Yes, Pee-wee is very tired because today I removed my Christmas tree, which means a lot of moving around, and usually she's so scared. Everything when people start moving around, it's like too much movement, and so that was the first reason. Then I had to use trash bag to put my Christmas tree in it. So she's definitely hating the trash bag. Everyone I changed the trash bag of my bin. You know, you have to like fill it with hair like this to put it inside, and she's like so scared of it. And then because of all the pines of the floor of the trees, because you know it's really dry after Christmas season, and I moved the Christmas tree to put in the trash bin, and then I moved the Christmas tree outside, so there were pines everywhere on the floor, so I had to use the vacuum. And she's so scared of the vacuum. It's probably her nemesis. It's probably like the worst thing ever. So yeah, a lot of emotion for small Pee-wee. And now she's like sleeping, just her face down. She's so cute. Looks good. Oh, we forgot to increase the size of the fish. So one thing we need to do is like lower this specular on the glass, which is much too strong. Yes, she has a really rough day. So this is too strong. I also want to try the algae. Looks really nice. That's great. Okay, so last tweaks. Not you. So, two things we need to change. No, three things. First, we need to increase this, maybe but 2. Hopefully that will be enough. I think the fact that it is glass, we actually don't see it, so I will never know where it is. I can actually put it in here. Maybe I will know in here. If I put it in here, then I know. So yeah, that should be fine. It's actually exactly where we have our floor. So that will be much better. And so I want to so the glass, yes, this glass is awful. So I'm going to put my neutral blue one, and I'm going to change this blue specular, this environment map, by the one that Fiji made, and she sent me the other day. This I don't need. Where is it? Did I save it? It's on my Discord. So should be. Yes. Map. Let's save it here and replace it. No, not that one. That one. Actually, I'm going to let the strong one just to see the result, and then I will lower it because I'm really curious about the result of this. Okay. One last try, and then I'm going to bed. I'm going to finish this item tomorrow, and hopefully I can finish this set by the end of the week. I think I have until 18 to finish it. I'm super late, but I wanted to do the thing for my birthday. What's the date? Ooh, 18. Ooh, actually I have time. That's a bad thing. The more I have time, the less, you know, it's better when you have short deadline. At least you go faster. So 18 is like, ooh, long way, 2 weeks. Okay, I will definitely finish end of the week. That didn't work. The environment cube. I will try something else then. And we wanted also to try the goldfish. So goldfish is nice now. It's kind of going through the algae, but that's fine. Okay, so just lower the shininess, and we'll be good. All right. What do you think? Hi, Marek. I'm really annoyed by this. I think I need to put a trash bin so I can actually delete them. Let's put more. Great progress so far. It's really coming along. It looks beautiful, very creative, Eddie. Thank you, MathCop. Are you the MathCop from Sims for Studio Forums? I think you participated a lot before. I think I actually read some stuff about. You helped me with one of your answers about rotated slot, I think, might be. Is that something that sounds familiar? I'm off to bed. I wish you a wonderful day today. Happy birthday again. Thank you for the amazing stream. Thank you so much, Mix This Match. And thank you so much for the great tip about the memory. I think it really helped. Like, I did all my texture and it looks really, really nice. So thank you again. Glad I remember. Of course I remember. I spent so much time on trying to fix this. So yeah. And it worked. And now I can do all over again. It's like, now I got it. And now I can sometimes explain it to them. But I think it actually was better, easier in TSA workshop. But you know, it's supposed to do for, you know, because you can actually visualize it. I took a break from Sims, but I still watch video, and I'm loving yours. Thank you very much. Good job. Thank you. It's very flattering, especially considering that you look like, you know, a lot about creations. There are few people that are very knowledgeable, especially when you actually try to do some stuff that are not easy, at least on the first approach. So I have a lot of respect from a creator that trying to go beyond the limits of the software we have. She still wants to pee. She always wants to pee. You, thank you. Hello dear, good night. Good night, and I'm Felix, and that will be the end of my tutorial. So tomorrow I'm going to fix this reflection. I think my problem is that I did change. Let's see it because I'm curious. So I did change the environment cube in here, which is this instance number. But I'm not sure it actually used this in all the shaders in here. See? It's not. Okay, I'm going to try this again. A0. Let's see about the scrolling. So that's the right one. What about the font one? This is probably the one by default, the one with the big window from EA. Always using that. I hate that one. It looks so unrealistic. Especially when the surface of your reflection is like really big. So I'm going to do one last try with this. Where is it? There. And what else did we need? I think that's it. Okay. Happy birthday, good night. Thank you, Salty Pumpkin, and thank you, Bristed. Have a good night too, and have a nice birthday. I will eat all the cake. All the cake. I promise. That's too bad because actually when you found the porcelain thingy in the Galette des Rois, you have a crown. So if I had bought cake before, I could have made my stream with my crown. I would have been fabulous. Ooh, looks much better. Look at this. Wonderful. So let's put some lights. Oh. I think I'm going to start using this environment cube for all my items. That's amazing. Look, before, after, like, no kidding. Enjoy the cake. Oh, I will. Okay, that's perfect. That's really, really, really nice. Great, so that will be the end of my tutorial. Thank you everyone for that time would be horrible to clean. Actually, I don't think you can actually clean it. Like in the original image, it has like a picture on top of it, so you can actually, you know, like feed the sheep and, you know, clean. But yeah, you're right. But probably less horrible than square one. When you try to reach the corner, it's also really annoying. But you know, it's the Sims, so we can do whatever we want. Solution improvement about the EA fish tank. Yeah, definitely. If it's your style, anyway. The fourth one is so unrealistic. I don't know what EA was thinking. Yes. Good night, everyone, and see you next week. Hopefully next week we are going to start a new exciting one. I hope so. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, and thank you for being here, for supporting me, especially on this new year. It's all thanks to you. Have a good night or a good day depending on where you are. And as a reminder, if you need any help with your CC creation, you can join my Discord, and if you want to support me, I have a Patreon. Yes. Thank you. Bye bye.